body slamming me.
I
And hitting
think
me with
that's like what 2 death fails when you fail that badly.
Probably.
Quite
We'll just say
possible,
it.
yeah.
We'll just say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Fuck.
like you get 1 or 2 death fails immediately.
All right, I'm 1 success away from evening it
attempting-
out.
Attempting to dig out the spear from his wound, I realized too late that using my horns to do the job probably wasn't a very good idea.
Especially when they
Besides
still have a body in them.
Besides
you-
having a much larger wound that is bleeding now, you probably also have hepatitis.
So yeah.
Also pulling a stab wound causing element out of the wound before you have something to patch it up with is probably not a wise idea.
Yeah. I had the spear in my chest. It was still in my chest, and then you walked up and you punched it all the way out.
So I think that's a standard action, so unless there's something else that the cow can do to save you, you're gonna have to roll a saving throw now.
Again?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Right.
Unless the cow and you're dead.
And I'm dead.
And
You know,
Oh,
I
guys.
didn't mean to be responsible for that player death.
Well, I actually got up like this morning and was like, you know what? I didn't make another character. I'm just gonna play Dakarin. I'm gonna have fun today. And I did. I got to be the Rock. And your only human company, your only English-speaking company in, I don't know, however long you've been on this island, you killed in seconds.
And now, as the cow has killed their
From an
god,
elbow drop. He's killed the
No,
rock god.
demonic rock! This evil man that I gored killed you.
yes, as you injure more of the demonic rock, you see the tribals being highly pissed at you and are like having
God.
those 1,000-yard death glares at you.
I use thaumaturgy to also glow. I will become the new god, for I have killed the old.
Do you have like...
Thaumaturgy essentially is...
Go ahead
isn't
and
the,
roll me
exact thing
deception with that.
Coming right up. Deception. There we go.
Oh my god.
9!
It
you
seems
have committed
that,
deicide.
Oh,
it
hang on.
seems that you are quite certain
With
that
my final breath, I curse Zoidberg!
Zoidberg elbowed... I mean, what?
The Zoidberg elbow drop. The most over elbow in professional wrestling. Not David Marcus.
But, yeah, Kairos, as you start to glow, you seem that you're quite certain that the tribals get even more pissed as they're starting to go back to their spears that they had dropped previously. How do you react? You only have a moment of time.
I'm trying
Seeing
to
that, I know I have only one choice. Run away!
I'm
Alright,
trying to imagine, like, Felicia coming onto this scene, like, just coming over and seeing this scene. He's like, okay, there's a bunch of knocked out tribals, there's a giant minotaur, and there's a really, really, really bloody rock.
I don't think your performance is going to apply anymore.
It does. Shut up. It was a crit.
Even in death, I still perform.
especially when the rock was like that small.
Oh. Hey, you can't fucking smell what the rock was cooking, Marcus.
Why is there a massive rock hiding behind a small pebble? Also, why does the massive rock have horns and a tail?
Yeah, the rock looks up and says, I'm taking my son out for a stroll. Shut up.
But as you're trying to run away, Kairos,
I'm teaching him how to be a real boulder.
one of the spears does 6 hit your AC.
I'm gonna go with no.
And you manage to run away from the tribals. Managing to escape towards... let's say... I don't know, which way do you want to run? North, south?
At
East?
this point, any.
Alright. I'm just gonna roll a 1d12. 1d12. North! Alright. What's your speed? 6?
Yeah, 30 feet.
Alright. Well, you already have a head start on them, so you can quite easily run away. Meanwhile, Felicia, you've been running towards, well, you're not quite sure. And, you come across a river.
How big of a river?
Quite big.
Well, I did have a map, so I will take I'll take some time to get my bearings and then probably continue downstream because, as far as I understood, that is the way towards, north and Stormbreach.
Do you have nature trained?
No.
Well, since that's supposed to be the navigation, this system, but I guess roll me perception to see like landmarks.
I perceive landmarks.
Alright. You're quite certain yet that you're here. Like right on the edge.
Right.
Let me draw you like a small little, like, right there.
Okay. So, after a bad night's rest and almost getting potentially cooked alive or sacrificed to some heinous gods, time to continue walking along a jungle riverbed or, riverside
So you're
and
just
hopefully head towards civilization.
So you're just gonna go like straight up?
Well, along the river.
Or yeah. Because I assume that you don't wanna go back to the tribals that you met about here. So you're gonna
No.
like
No,
do
downstream. And
that
depending on
maybe
if I'm on this side of the river,
here.
I would want to cross probably here, so, and then possibly here to get,
Alright,
Yeah.
okay. As you start walking out, well, I assume that you're not in a hurry and just walk. Right?
Yep.
Alright. Well, in that case, eventually, what happens is, as Kairos is running away, and you roll pretty decent perception, about an half an hour later or so, you hear a gigantic creature coming behind you.
Wait, what?
You look back.
You hear something fat and ugly going through the woods.
Yes. Once again, you look back and you see massive girth just tumbling down some trees and bushes. As it's clearly yelling out, "Moo!"
It's screaming bloody murder.
with
It's
its
so musty. It's really a beefcake.
with its horns shining in the moonlight. It seems
Possibly covered in fresh blood of a tiefling.
it seems to be running towards you in a
Fresh
quite a
blood of
fast
the
pace.
rock.
Leave me alone, you goddamn people!
As you hear it yelling out in common.
Well, she is going to step aside and try and hide. And, let it pass. But, the fact that it is speaking common is a good sign. So let's try some stealth.
Right.
That's actually a 24.
Yeah. I'll probably have to crit to find you. No, I actually don't have to quite crit, but crit failed, so...
A bit better.
A bit better though than that.
Yeah. Not much, but, a little bit.
A little
Close.
bit. But yes, you see the gigantic Minotaur past the river as it's running away, what you would figure as nothing chasing it.
It's running away from
Excellent.
something.
Right. Well, it is heading in the same direction as I am, so I am going to stay at a sort of, safe distance away from it, and because of its massive girth, I will let it, clear the path.
Clear the trail for you.
Pass you by.
But
Yes.
even after
The scene from the Jungle book with the elephants clearing the jungle.
after even a while of running, even Kairos realizes that the tribals have given up on chasing him for the night.
Looks like I'm finally safe. I should probably make camp. This is exhausting. And thirsty work. So the first thing he does is set down the barrel he's keeping under his arm, filling up a mug of ale, and taking a deep drink.
Okay. The nice sounds of the grasshoppers chirping in the darkness calms you.
Ah, that's the stuff. Shame the demonic rock couldn't enjoy this with me. Alas, the first friend I made on this continent, and he left us so soon. It seems to me like I knew him forever.
As he gets a flashback from the memory.
I
Can you
will
smell what the rock is
always
cooking?
remember
Flashback takes
you.
all of 10 seconds.
As
Oh, well.
Felicia or Selena, however you want, watches from the darkness at the man cow staring blankly into nothingness for 10 seconds.
I present with you his final theme song.
Is he having a flashback?
I remember it like yesterday.
Yeah, what's that song? I will
There it
always
is.
remember you. Something.
In the arms of an agent.
And it seems to me like you lived your life like a candle in the wind. The cowman starts singing badly.
Roll
Run
performance.
to the hills. Run for your life.
He actually sings semi-decently.
Yeah, that's not bad.
After a few minutes, having finished his morning period, he starts setting up a tent. For it is time to sleep, even for angry cows.
As the dawn is rising.
Meanwhile, as Felicia, you're
Indeed,
looking
as you
on.
usually do when you drunk all night.
As you're looking on, the camp that the cow is pitching up seems quite inviting and the warm fire even more
No,
so.
no, Marcus, no. That sounded way too bad.
What?
The massive girth is pitching a tent and it looks very inviting.
God, Marcus.
Well, the fire he built is also flaming, so...
Yes, the warm fire and the tent seems really nice to you, Felicia, as you're in the middle of a wet bush.
Are you
In the
assuming
middle of a wet bush, yes.
Marcus, are you assuming sexual orientation?
Damn it, Marcus, why do you... The worst thing is you make accidental puns and situations and innuendos. You don't even mean them.
They
That's
just happen.
good.
Reminds me of a speech that we were doing. We were reading over. Fucking.
No.
This was a local senator who was getting elected to the position, and somebody wanted to do a speech about him, and they just filled it full of innuendos.
But
Just to
seriously,
insult him.
But seriously, Felicia, as you're really tired after being not slept well, not eaten well, this campfire and tent seems really nice at the moment.
Don't trust him, Felicia. He's lying to you.
Yes. Well, I'll
Start frying up some bacon.
I shall continue to, spy on the camp for a while and wait for the man cow to go and sleep. And once he has done so, I shall sneak closer and hopefully resuscitate the fire.
Camp cow.
Okay, Mr. Camp Cow goes to sleep.
After having
Eventually-
fried and eaten some bacon and moved at the moon for a while in mourning of his dear friend, the demonic rock. The mad cow finally goes to sleep.
The mad cow is put to sleep.
It's also a bit diseased, I mean, what?
The iron bull, you might say. I mean, what?
Fucking prions.
But yes, the mad cow finally goes to sleep, and you approach his camp.
Precisely.
Okay.
And what I'm going to try and do is get the embers, stoked back into a fire, a small one, and maybe look around if he has any rations.
Okay. Well, sadly, he said be right back, so can't ask him where he keeps his rations.
In his bum.
Does
He
it
eats grass.
keep in the tent, or
He grazes every 5 minutes.
Yep.
so
Mid-sentence, just regurgitates the food into his mouth, chews it for a while, and then just, like I was saying.
The current political climate is pretty shit. Not a single person has laid out their plan for the ending of veal.
So, Chris, have you even at least thought about if you're what kind of a character you're gonna make next?
Actually, yes, but I gotta get some time to figure out what class this character is gonna be.
Quickly roll him up so you can join.
How come I haven't been added to the rest in peace characters list, you bitch? But Arik and Ogren happened.
Fine.
Fuck you.
Where the fuck? Well, you fucking removed yourself. I can't add Targaryen anymore.
I can re-add his picture.
God damn it.
You bitch. There.
Here.
I was
I'm
fucking
just gonna
spelled his
give
name wrong too.
Here,
There.
I'm
No, there you go.
There.
There.
See?
Add him.
And now
There
you're
we go.
gonna get a new sheet that you can control.
Bitchin'.
There. You have control
What the-
of...
You prank bot. What the fuck kind of name is that? Wait,
Yeah, we were just gonna ask you, where do you keep your rations?
this is the new name I got. Caller.
My rations are very good. My rations are kept in my pack.
So, probably in the
I-
tent, right?
Oh yes, I'm probably using that as a pillow actually.
Alright, so in that case, Felicia, as you're looting the cow's campsite, you can't seem to find any rations. You assume that they're probably inside of the tent.
Great.
So, without thinking, and with post haste, she lights the tent on fire.
To be fair, you wouldn't have to actually take the pack from under his head. There's odds are that rations are in the side pockets.
Yeah, I was just thinking if I have to do the whole Indiana Jones thing.
But you're a Minotaur, don't you just
No, you
graze?
just have to open the side pocket and take them out.
But, Holler, you're a Minotaur, don't you just graze?
No, but that is an option. However, even Minotaurs enjoy bacon. Just no beef jerky.
So, you still...
Can only get the
Don't worry.
carbs that way. He needs his protein.
So,
Listen, we'll get him some teriyaki. That'll make him feel better.
so finally...
So I'm going to get inside the tent and you know.
Alright, at this point we might as well roll
Sneak.
perception and stealth. Like it matters, so
Right.
sleeping has like a minus shit ton penalty.
13. How much is the shit ton penalty?
Is it like
If
minus
it's 10, I'm
5?
gonna laugh. If it's 10, I'm gonna laugh.
Somebody check this up, I'm not quite sure. If it's like 40, it's 10 or 5.
What?
Perception penalty while you're sleeping.
Let's take a look, sir. Where?
1, 8, 6.
4E had it at 5, but I don't know about 5E.
Fuck, I went to races. Rules. Conditions. Unconscious, or technically sleeping, is unaware of its surroundings. Completely.
Aha!
Huh. So not any noise
Just-
can wake you up.
I mean, I
not
still
sure that's
passed
how.
my stealth test.
Yeah, hang on, let me take a look, see if
Why
I
does
can't
that
find.
sound like bullshit?
Yeah, let me find.
Take a
let me
look at the
see if that's
perception. At the skill.
Yeah,
Sec-
let me
Where's-
go to the skills and.
Some people had mentioned passive perception at a disadvantage -5.
God
Yeah, I
damn,
think
come
it's
on.
-5 like in 4E.
Where is that's resting may help.
Or passive perception at a disadvantage because it's 5e. So, you know, roll twice, pick the lowest.
Maybe.
Either of those two would still beat you.
Alright, no,
The second one, if you're mentioning the 12, then no, because I have the expertise still, so I'm actually at the 13.
classes by name. Where the fuck is... Jesus, where the hell are the skills? There we go, I found them. Let's see. And doesn't say anything about
Doesn't
sleeping.
really read anywhere.
The closest I got to anything was conditions for sleeping or unconscious.
D&D 5e. I'm just gonna look this up on the internet. Sleeping.
Yeah, do the Google.
penalties.
Yeah, I actually did that, and that's where I got the disadvantage, passive perception.
Exhaustion level 6, death.
Alright, that doesn't tell me anything. What happens if you don't sleep?
Or you get exhaustion levels.
Yeah. Perception penalties. Yeah, stealth roll with advantage versus sleeping targets passive. Or -5. I think we're just gonna go with the -5 because that's
As a profession, when you hide, there's a chance someone will notice you even if they aren't searching. To determine whether such a creature searches you, the GM compares your dexterity stealth check with the creature's passive perception score with equals 10 plus wisdom modifier, as well as other bonuses abilities. If the creature has an advantage, add 5. For disadvantage, subtract 5. Would they be at a disadvantage? I would assume he's taking a nappy poo.
well, sleeping, so you're pretty much disadvantaged to everything.
Except for snoring.
That's he received 2 advantages for, especially because he's Cowman, a man with all the powers of a cow.
So what, we're gonna do the disadvantage with -5, so roll twice. I think that's the safest
cow.
option to go with.
Spider cow does whatever a spider cow does.
Well, whatever. Let's do the disadvantage with -5 because that's the only sleeping rule that. Because there's no real sleeping rules in this system, apparently. Great job. Unless
All closest I got
it's
was,
probably hidden somewhere, like in the DMG or something.
yeah, we'll find the shit,
Yeah,
at a
let's
later date.
find it for the
Let's
next time
play,
that you sleep.
yeah, we'll play we'll play game and figure this out later.
But for now, roll again, Kairos, to see if, and use the lower one.
But it already rolls twice.
You did?
Yeah.
I see
No,
only
it
one
rolled
twenty.
twice.
Oh, yeah, 12.
Left is a 20 and the right is a 12. That's 2 rolls.
For some
Haven't
reason, I always ignored the second roll.
We don't ever use the second roll, even though it usually does better than the first.
Yeah, you know why? Because that's specifically for rolls you have advantage on.
So, Felicia, you enter the cow's tent as the cow is quite loudly
Ooh.
snoring. What do you do?
Excellent. Well, I am going to proceed with my plan of trying to find food.
Alright. Well, Holler said that he uses his main rations as a pillow?
They're in the bag. Yeah, they're in the bag that I use as a pillow. Yes. It's the backpack.
So
They're inside. Yeah, they're inside several
Yes.
of the pockets of the backpack. You can access them from the outside without having to take the backpack.
To be fair, I think that would call for, what is it called? Thievery?
Sleight of hand.
Yeah,
sleight of hand,
yeah.
yeah, probably. Let's see how well she does.
Alright,
Well, this is basically her element.
let's
This is what she does.
let's see if the cow wakes up to this. Go ahead,
The cow
everyone.
wakes up to everything he's known and loved taken.
Let's see if you crit.
Nope.
Close, though.
But even then, with disadvantage, you would have to basically
Crit
get
twice,
both
yes.
of them. Yeah.
So, you managed to steal some cow rations. Not quite sure what rations he would have, but
Okay.
Pure, unadulterated monkey grass.
At this point, there's probably a handful of dried fruit as well as some bacon, and the rest is grass. But
She
you get a
will
handful of
wonder-
dried fruit and some bacon.
Yeah. She is going to wonder why the thing with the spikes on its head, likes to package its rations in hay, but,
One cannot
and
argue
then
with storage.
proceed to take some of the dried fruit and
then
retreat
throw
back
it-
to the campfire.
She then
Okay.
throws away all the dried fruit and the bacon and eats all the grass.
so
No, because she's
That's-
not fucking insane.
You gotta get your greens in, man.
Are you certain?
you retreat back to the campfire. What do you do next?
I think she will stay there for, as long as she can
So
justify / manage keeping an eye on the sleeping bovine.
because at this point, even
know.
your character is getting so goddamn tired. So
Yep,
Bovine
precisely.
6.
eventually, you have to sleep.
So stay there and try and rest up. Dry her clothes and whatnot. Get warm and then
Probably have
probably go and have a nap somewhere nearby. Can't, risk being found.
Alright,
Cannot be sure about this person yet.
because I think at this point you would have like what fatigue level? Does this even have fatigue or well, whatever?
Yeah, it has an exhaustion level.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, let's see. Well,
Conditions.
it probably
Table
would be in the
contents,
first
exhaustion.
stages.
Yeah,
Maybe
level
even
stage
the
1
second.
disadvantage. Stage 1 disadvantage on ability checks. Level 2 speed halved. Level 3 disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. 4 hit points maximum halved. Level 5 speed reduced to 0. And level 6 death. Fuck. Speed
Okay.
reduced to 0. How the fuck do you get to 6 then? You just refuse to go to sleep.
Yeah. Just drink a shit ton of coffee.
This is coffee you speak of.
I know, I'm used to recaf.
Going robot again.
Holy
Haunted by
shit. He's
Alright.
Shodan, guys.
But yes, Eventually, the night passes as you warm up for a little while and go to sleep a little ways from the camp. The cow wakes up, finding that his pillow isn't quite as full as it were.
Barely noticing that, he goes outside to his campfire to fry up the last of his bacon.
As you even see some of your campfire has been messed up a little.
Well, that's odd. I didn't know animals like to mess with campfires. Nature Check says I still don't know. So he starts rebuilding the fire, then tries to fry some bacon, well, the last of his bacon, and notices it's gone.
Yeah, some of your food is...
What? No, your bacon is still there. She only took the fruit.
Yeah, so some
she
of
did?
your fruit is oddly gone.
Huh.
Yes.
Someone stole my raisins. Must have been some birds. At least the bacon is still there. And he happily fries up the bacon. And draws himself a mug of ale.
Bacon is covered in Branston pickle.
Now, if you're taking some of the ale,
Dun dun dun.
he would have noticed.
He would have been genuinely upset.
Well, you have yourself quite a nice morning. Wash up in the river, and because it's warm and nice. And eventually, even Felicia wakes up, even though she was awoke much longer. Awake, well, whatever. And there you are, both, quite close to each other. What do you do?
Well, after having eaten my bacon, should I make another perception check to see if I still don't notice her?
Alright. I guess we can call this as checking out the surroundings. Alright. And stealth from... unless Felicia is not trying to hide.
Well, she's obviously always going to, try and stay hidden and whatnot. At least
Alright.
this close to the bovine.
Go ahead and roll me stealth then. Let's see if you
Plus
can beat
2.
that. So... equal.
Doesn't she have perma advantage on that? Yes, no,
Well,
maybe?
I know to be stealthy because, reasons. You potentially, if you, want to start to look around, then that's one thing. But if you're just, looking around,
Wait,
then
but I seem to remember that you usually have advantage on these checks.
But, yeah, she would have, anyways, bonuses from bushes and whatever, but let's say it like this, since we need to get this moving along sooner or later.
how many stealth checks can I pass until I fail?
Paris, you're
All of
not
them,
quite
apparently.
certain, but you're somewhat think that
You
there
have a
is something in
sinking
the forest.
suspicion that there is a thing.
Yeah, there is a thing. You're not quite certain where the thing is,
There
But it
is
looks
the
like-
thing in the forest.
but
It is left the Arctic of Everest.
with
It's
your
so tricky.
cow smelling abilities, you're quite certain there was some kind of an humanoid in your campsite.
Ah, my
You were
cow
robbed
sense
by. Yes, you were robbed by one of the native humans.
Cow sense tells you how many legs the creature that ate your food has.
It has two.
Right.
It is
30.
bipedal. It smells like 2 feet. 4 feet are smellier. Anyways. Hello, someone there.
Felicia?
You come out. You can come out, you know. I'm not mad about the raisins. I don't really like raisins.
Do you react in any way?
Basically, crab walking behind the all the shrubberies.
Well,
You hear some very very quiet, very muffled. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, technically you are moving, so you have a penalty or stealth check, so you could roll perception again, Kairos.
As he Zoidbergs away.
And I think it's stealth again from Selena.
Look at him with this.
I think it's a -2? No. It's like a -4 in 40 when you move to your stealth check.
I don't think all those penalties exist in the system. It's just
Yeah,
advantage
stealth.
and disadvantage.
Yeah.
We should probably assume that any time there would be a penalty applied, it's just disadvantage.
Yeah, true.
It's faster that way.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you have disadvantage because you're moving.
It's not a good system,
Also-
but it's a fast system.
So
Tell
Ka-
somebody fucking knows the game
Alright.
better than all of us.
So stealth with disadvantage. So look at both of the two thingies, but add +2.
So you still managed to hide.
Yes. But you're quite certain that because that is close, you see something moving, but can't determine its exact location.
I yell in the rough direction. I'm not gonna hurt you, you know.
She continues the breakdance away from you.
I just want to talk.
She has heard this way too many times, and all the people who have ever said that have always wanted to hurt her.
I miss the Demon Rock. He was fun.
So still gonna shuffle away.
She has flashbacks of people with horns.
So still,
And in those flashbacks, those people were stupid.
Okay, fine. For the sake of campaign progress.
I mean, if you wanna get away from him, I'm gonna allow it.
Yeah, but I think we had players playing to their characters in favor of campaign progression last session, so we can probably turn the dial a bit more towards campaign progression. So okay, fine. In this,
Honestly-
since the bovine has appeared to be
Honestly,
rather
do
mild-mannered
whatever
and whatever.
Felicia would do in character. I don't care about the campaign. Just do what you wanna do in character.
Doesn't care about the campaign.
He's right. Playing character.
Yeah. Well, give me a is it persuasion or something along those lines?
Persuasion or deception.
I have a 9.
If he's trying to lie to you.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
the one
She
thing
she is not really buying this whole. Come on, I am not mad that you stole my food in the middle of a place where there is no food, and I will definitely not hurt you and eat you afterwards.
He
Was that
says,
last bit out loud?
he says, brandishing a. He's like, I don't want to hurt you. He says, brandishing a giant fuck off axe.
Yes. Just come
That's not-
out.
Come out and let me give you a Viking shave.
Alright. So you keep shuffling away from the cow that is trying to convince you to come out.
Yep. Not too convincing.
As the cow, you're quite certain that the figure keeps getting further and further away from you. Shall you try and chase it or anything?
No.
Alright.
It is a sad day, for not only has my first friend on this continent died, the potential second is running away, and I cannot catch her, as I cannot see her.
Yeah, true. This is probably...
Did you just assume her gender?
Yes, I did. I'm a shitlord, I know.
Well,
I should
first
probably
we
check
were
my
mad
privilege.
at Marcus for doing it, now we're gonna be mad at you.
Every day she's shuffling.
But yes, your one chance for civilized talk is going away from you.
Every day she's triggering.
Saddened, I shall pack up my camp, then move towards the river. And knowing from my people that they really like to settle A, at the water, and B, where rivers and the sea meet, I shall follow the river downstreams.
So, also going up north.
But
Yes.
I shall
I
follow
als-
the stream. I shall follow downstream. So you're going up north. Oh yes. Okay, good.
But yes,
Very confusing for a second.
Felicia, I assume that you're doing pretty much the same, but staying away from the cow.
Yes. Shadowing him because he appears to be the only source of nutrition nearby.
He's going to eat him.
The first thing that came up into my mind is
Of
Felicia
course.
gonna cook him?
Yeah.
She's after
more-
your hide, Waller. Your
Nah,
treasure.
more after.
So
more
you
like
better bide your time. Wow, that was shit.
So, alright. Might as well move the party token.
Party
Nice.
token my ass. This is 2 people.
Two people.
And there aren't even a party.
True, true. I would add
Well,
your...
I like how I'm still on the map. This
Well-
is where I died. Leave that there. When
I
we get
would
the
add you
you
your
bastard.
character, Chris, but you clearly don't have a character yet.
Damn it! Why'd you delete the picture of Dacker and leave him right there? When we get an LFG up, there are gonna be players that come in. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck is that thing down there?"
But finally,
Memories, hopes, and dreams.
about more than a day's worth of traveling, about a day and a half, you come to the end of the path that you were walking on. As you kind of can see on the map, it kind of ends there.
I've gotta wonder, Hollow, did you give me a proper barrel? Did you just kick some grass near me?
Well, I was running away from the natives, remember?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
you
right.
really didn't have any time.
Fuck, I've been cannibalized.
But yes, as both
Oh,
of you
yes.
see, a passage going through there, or you can try to cross the river like that. What do you do?
Is there a fort or something that allows me to safely cross the river?
Roll perception actually. You don't see any.
Yes. Next question. As I have proficiency in water vehicles, can I use a tree trunk to cross the river? As a very improvised water vehicle.
Perhaps, if you...
It is the world's smallest raft.
Maybe. You're not quite certain if it could hold your weight, but maybe.
Then I shall first very carefully secure the barrel that is by now half empty on my back. And then I shall cut down a tree trunk and attempt to use it to cross the river.
Okay. Felicia. You're also at the
with a
same
fresh
situation.
tree trunk?
A fresh tree trunk. He is not a forest man.
That will work well.
But yes,
I know.
you're at the same situation. The narrow passage going towards east, or you can try to go through the river as the cowman is clearly trying to do.
He is, by the way, trying to cut it down by hitting it with a warhammer repeatedly.
Excellent. So at least she has time to, consider her options. This might take a while.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Well, with that perception, can I find a suitable fording spot?
14. You barely detected see that, but you don't.
I can
really...
also roll again because I have some more time.
That's true, but for now, as within the first try, no, not really.
Yeah, it's rather easy. I can probably sneak around him, and judging from the banging of hammer against wood, it's pretty easy to know when he's done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, he's not going to hear anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. You don't even need to roll stealth.
So let's
unless he happens to
again
great with a perception or something.
roll
yes.
perception to find suitable fording locations.
You think
Even better.
You have found what you think is a suitable fording location.
Excellent.
You immediately find out that the water is very deep and the current very strong, and you drown.
Yep.
Wah,
Yep.
wah,
She
wah.
finds this very, very perilous looking fucking part of the stream. She's like, this is perfect, and she immediately steps on a bear trap on top of that.
Oh, look, I found a log. Oh wait, it's an alligator.
122.
Seems legit.
Okay. You don't really find much. You take a long time trying to find something interesting, but the only thing that you can really stumble upon, because you rolled a 5, as you're searching and searching through the jungle, you stumble on an old wooden barrel.
Okay. Does it have any markings on it?
No. It's just a nice looking old wooden barrel, slightly termite damage on it.
Right. So it looks that whatever, was inside it is probably gone or,
Yep, long gone probably.
Right. Well, great. And the wood is probably also, considering it's in a jungle and there's very humid, so it's probably rotten to hell. Well, great. So I shall return back to the Minotaur beating wood.
Alright.
Beating his wood, yes.
Well,
Yes.
that's gonna take a long while, so time skip.
You are now in the location.
Bang, 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 bang.
As finally the Minotaur manages to cut down the trunk.
Ah, finally.
The first of many.
Now I can cross the river.
That's
Tis
the
my
first cut.
destiny.
He then has to, make a second cut to, actually get a log out of it so that he doesn't have to carry the whole tree.
True.
Fuck you.
At this point, he's far too lazy for that and just carries the whole tree. He's strong enough.
Roll strength. Herniates disc, dies.
23.
Fuck. He picks tree up and throws it. Lands perfectly in place.
He hoists.
Then he jumps after the tree, landing perfectly in place.
Okay. So, you have this nice raft.
Now he has a massive piece of wood between his legs, and he's trying to cross the river.
Yes, and he's also standing on a log.
That too.
Alright. You approach the river with the log in hand.
Yes.
And are you just gonna try and float across, or are you gonna
Yes.
try and find a much calmer spot?
I'm trying to float across. I'm using the barrel that's tied to my bag that is half empty and therefore has some buoyancy as a help. And then I will attempt to swim. Well, more or less.
Alright,
Let me roll nature, or is there something else? Survival potentially
Survival
to
or
see
nature.
if she would know that the freshly cut wood is not going to float at all.
alright, go ahead. Go ahead and roll the survival or nature.
Yeah, gonna go with survival, although it doesn't make any practical difference. I think both are at a +2, so.
Well, that's a crit.
Yes.
What in the serious fuck?
Welcome to D&D, the game where basically anyone without any training can, just know anything.
Well, you take one look at this log, and you take one look at the Minotaur, and realize that
There's no way he's floating with that.
Yeah, there's pretty much no way that a Minotaur of that size on a log like that is not gonna happen. Or if it is, he's going to have a hard time.
Alright.
Hardest time.
Well, in this case, I think, having studied the man-cow for a while, and possibly feeling a little bit guilty for stealing his rations, and also not really wanting to, kill anyone, I think it would be fair to say that she would try to intervene before he commits suicide by river.
So, how do you proceed with this plan?
Very, very carefully.
I'm gonna write a letter and shoot that bolt next to the Minotaur with the letter.
It pierces his throat, instantly killing him. I mean, what?
Yes. Oops.
Whoops.
Then that was not.
I meant to do that.
That was just as planned.
Yes. I mean,
Feels himself as
I did stop him from committing suicide, I guess, right?
Mhm.
Right?
That?
I guess that she would, wait until he's almost, getting ready to dump the log into the river.
Mm-hmm.
Pause for, sniggering. And and then then basically, come out of the forest and sort of just yell out at him, "Stop!"
Well, hello there.
Are you
So good to meet someone else.
Are you tired of living?
Oh, quite on the contrary, I quite enjoy it. Why would you ask?
Because you were about to possibly drown. That river is very deep. Your raft or log, or, well, I guess tree, That's not going to float.
Don't be
Like,
silly.
at all.
Don't be silly. Of course it will float. It's wood. He throws it into the river. It sinks. Oh.
Fuck.
Well. That's offer.
Yes.
I thank you for warning me. How are you doing? I'm Kairos. How are you?
Selena, pleased to meet you.
It's nice
Better
to meet
come up with a completely different name.
you. Tell me, do you know where there's more people around?
Define people. I know where there are other...
Beings of at least questionable intelligence who have mastered the art of brewery.
I know there are other creatures around, and she will point basically the direction from which they had come from. In that general direction. However, I would not assume any one of them to be kind enough to offer a drink.
What is that annoying humming sound?
Yeah, I thought I was the only one hearing that.
No, no, you're really
I
not.
blame Kristoff because it sounds when his icon glows.
What's that saying?
I'll
Yeah,
show you an
if you-
icon that blows.
What
If
did
you
we
make those-
actually... Marcus, what did we actually know about Stormreach? That was going, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much well, capital of this continent. So it has.
Well,
like,
yeah, but capital of a jungle. So far, the capital could be just a couple of mud huts.
It's like a proper city. I can't remember. Let me bring it up, but it's like a.
Was it
proper...
populated by civilized people? Well,
Yeah,
massive air quotes, civilized.
let me bring it up. Because I know that it's a proper goddamn city.
Okay, well, in that case. As luck would have it, I am actually heading towards a city, which, by all accounts, should have a tavern or an inn, and they typically tend to be stocked with ale.
Just to give you like an idea of what the Stormreach looks like, I'm gonna post a couple of pictures.
Yep, that's a ship, alright.
Well, that's wonderful. Would you mind if I tag along?
Yep, that's Jesus, alright.
Yes.
Yep, that's what the fuck is with this city?
It is a very interesting city. No, not at all. I could use the company. My previous traveling companions... well, let's not talk about them.
I appear as a ghost behind you. I heard that, goddamn you!
I guess.
And I dissipate.
My last friend I made on this continent sadly didn't make it either. I missed you, Demon Rock. Truly feels like I knew him forever.
Yes.
Anyways, do you actually know where that city is? And can you lead us on the way?
I think we established that she nicked the maps, so...
Yep. You have the maps.
Yes. I have a pretty good understanding of where it is. That away, as I point downstream.
Straight north, honestly.
She points directly at the bottom of the ocean.
Yes.
Lovely. Let's get going then.
Where
should
were
press
we
Q.
actually? Were we like here?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, alright.
So
I was trying
I
to
would
cross
suggest
the river towards the
we,
pyramid of flame.
Although I would suggest we cross the river to the west. and not go exactly across here. It looks rather wide.
I shall follow your lead on this, as I do not know at all where I am.
All right.
Want me like go like
So
that?
I assume there's a yeah, basically like that,
This,
and
this
then
way long as you
probably
can, right?
yeah, and then probably cross either here. That's probably one of the best places.
Here, or
Yeah, that's probably the best place to cross.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, shame. Looks like I won't be going to the pyramids of Ebonblame.
Yeah,
Har.
I just have that complete adventure that I wasted a couple of days on, completely ruined.
Well,
no.
unless you find some good way to just shove us onto the other side of the river.
You know, like showing us a giant pyramid and us saying, that looks cool, let's go there.
But yeah, we might as actually time skip. Not, I still want to kind of further along this before we quit for the day. But yeah, do you continue for a day, a 2, 3? Any discussions that you want to do while you're like traveling, getting to know each other, pretty much?
Oh, I'll be asking about her past, probably getting no very evasive answers.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. As far as you're concerned, let me just open. She was a fishmonger's daughter, and you know, she was also on a ship that unfortunately got crashed somewhere far south near the Dread Lake. She and her companions ventured into the jungles, but probably the jungle heat, some poisonous berries, and possibly, you know, malaria or something of that ilk made them go completely crazy and descend on each other like wild wolves. So she decided that was not a good, you know, company.
I did everything I could to stop that jabroni.
But yes.
What the fuck? Where did the Casey come from?
Hey, how's it going?
Holy
I thought I lost power today, but it came back.
Did Matthew ruin your life?
And if not, why not?
Not yet, apparently. Apparently it was just a brownout. So I woke up today and we didn't have power.
I thought you were dead and quit this campaign.
Well, it's gonna take more than a hurricane to kill me.
Because you haven't been there for 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, really.
Alright, fuck. I managed to kick him out from the Roll20 too. Shit, are you available for playing?
Yeah, I am. I just need to. Yeah.
Shit, I'm gonna invite you back then.
Awkward moments.
I know. There you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I think I still have your character saved. It's
It was the well-meaning barbarian that killed everyone, but not really.
character sheet.
It killed no one.
It's the monk, right?
Yes, it is.
I am deceased, Ogren. Casey.
Oh, okay. Apparently everyone's dead. Yeah, I see now.
No, Felicia is alive.
I'm alive.
Still lying to everyone, but she's alive.
I am alive.
Here,
I
gonna
died
give you...
doing what I did best, entertaining people for about a good 20 minutes.
Alright, there you go, Casey. That should be your sheet, right?
Looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. Give him a unless that's his real name and wanna keep with.
That is okay.
We might as well go into introducing your character. So, come back.
His character
And,
is Bum Pirate McHitler.
So, Kyrus and Selena, you're traveling along the jungle.
Yes, I believe Selena was telling me about her story.
Yes.
In turn, I will tell her that I used to be a sailor and I also marooned on this continent. My ship going down in a storm. A glorious, glorious storm. And I also have experienced losing my companions. As a matter of fact, just a few days prior, I met this wonderful, wonderful person, the Demon Rock. Sadly, he was viciously murdered by the indigenous population here, who did not speak our language. It truly...
He'll always remember that Demon Rock.
I will always remember that Demon Rock.
Remember the
Because nobody could smell what he was cooking.
Rock.
Nobody could ever have smelled what he was cooking. That beautiful bastard. Selena has no questions about this, does she?
Confusion levels are high.
Apparently now.
I think that, talk about a demon rock killed by the indigenous population is just going to make him look, yes, and then mentally signing him off as another of those crazy malaria patients.
He had the most amazing horns beside of my own. Odd red skin, though.
So,
let's see if that will be enough to, put 2 and 2 together. Flat out intelligence roll. Or is there a logic here? No, they don't have logic. So
Your intelligence roll to see if you can math.
Yes. Can I math horns plus red skin together? I can.
Yep.
Well, that's one, of the old checklist.
You are quite sure that he is talking about.
Dabba labba dabba dabba.
I was gonna say your
Of
friend,
Bekiri.
but
We never had a conversation together, me and her.
yeah.
No.
We just occasionally would stare at each other and understood the very definition of privilege.
But yes, you two are traveling
Check that.
for about 2 days till you encounter an old hut that seems to be quite ran down.
They have pizza in there? We need to go. Finally better food than grass.
There.
Well, that's a hermit's place, if I've ever seen one.
Witch in there. Also, she has light on.
That either means she's in or she's very wasteful.
That's what you see. So, the two of you stare at the hut.
So, you think that whoever's in there is friendly?
Well, so far, I would say 99% of all the people I've met here have been hostile one way or another. So, most likely not.
Next question. Do you think whoever is in there has ale?
Let's roll intelligence check to see.
Don't even need to because you're not sure. Maybe. Maybe not.
Because I'm gonna say I'm down to 17 gallons.
Only 64 liters.
Yes, he at least drinks a gallon a day.
So. Yes. What do you do?
It's a good thing that Minotaurs have 4 livers. Wait, what?
Yep.
Shall you approach the hut?
Well, let's let's do some perception first. I'll sneak ahead and check if it's occupied, and if so, by whom or what.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll me perception. You definitely see movement inside. It's one person.
Come on, give me a little bit more than that. It was 21.
She seems to be, well, your generic-looking old lady.
Generic-looking old lady.
With,
Yes.
Well, which
With a generic
lady?
wart on her generic nose.
That
A
is
generic
also
grave sitting on her generic shoulder, with a generic
is-
black head sitting in a generic witch's hut.
that is also generic.
That is also generic.
Well, fine. Did I have that one picture?
She sits inside the Halloween spooktacular.
Where's that one picture that I had in mind to use? Did I accidentally delete it? I might have deleted it.
Damn it,
Oopsie.
Marcus.
What the fuck?
Stop it.
Chris, stop!